My name is Jimmy the Gay, and you're watching Disney Channel. So, today we're gonna look at my Dread build because I recently realized this thing was insane. I've got a ribbon for it, which does damage for Corpus, critical damage, and fire rate. And I tried to re-roll it, but I haven't gotten anything with critical damage, and that's the only reason I'm even keeping this roll. Because fire rate and damage to Corpus isn't very important, especially when on a ribbon, because it only does ×2 for bows, no matter how high it goes. Or at least as far as I know, it doesn't go any higher than ×2. But I'm kind of running this whole build with Serration, Point Strike, Vital Sense, Malignant Force, Split Chamber, and Fanged Fusillade. I'm probably gonna format this again once I get a ribbon on it. I mean, not once I get a ribbon, but once I get another forma, I'm gonna format it again. Also, Excal Prime, and no, I'm joking, but man, they should bring him back. Not like in the game, but like obviously you'd have to pay for it. But yeah, recently I got a Heliocore, the Cyanoid one. I gave up on trying to get the other one. I just bought it for 5 plat because you can do that. This is from Cephalon Suda, and I've been using it to scan a lot of people, and something I've been putting off was scanning my heavy gunners, which I finally did, and so I went through testing a couple of weapons to see my damage, and I'll let the results speak for themselves. We out here dropping like flies. That was a full health heavy gunner right there. Now, thanks to my ribbon, I have a 6 times damage with the critical hits, and thanks to a little something called the Dread has a 50% critical chance base, I have 125% critical chance on this, as well as multi-shot, which is pretty insane once you get a good build on this. And I'm using Toxin because I want to get the corrosive build on it, but I need to format again to do so. Because right now this thing is pretty insane. Like, let's just spawn in one of them, and I'll show you guys what I mean, because it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's amazing. Yeah, that bad boyo. One hit. It's sad that the Dread is probably one of the best weapons in the not even probably, it is one of the best weapons in the game. And considering it's obtainable at Mastery Rank 5 just by killing the Stalker, it's pretty insane, my good fellows. That's 500 ferrite armor, 700 clone flesh. That has 500 ferrite armor and... Okay, so just the Corpus one, I mean the Broken one just has more health. Which I'm sure I can still 2-shot or 1-shot that one depending on how well the crits go. But, okay. It's either gonna do a decent amount of damage or it's gonna 1-shot him. It all depends on how lucky you get with your crits. But this thing is really insane, especially considering how awful that ribbon is. The only redeeming quality it has is critical damage, which gets it to 6 times, and I've only got about 2,700 damage, per se, whatever, however much. That's not a lot. That's really not a lot of damage, but that times 6, that's 12. No, I'm an idiot. So it's about 2,500. So that's about 15,000 damage if you get your 6 times crit multiplier, as well as you get multi-shot on there. It's split chamber, which I recently got. I didn't have it. I don't know how I haven't had it, but I recently got it, and that's 30,000 damage because it's 2 arrows hitting your target. So this is, I haven't gotten the Cernos Prime, and I don't really want to say this is the best bow in the game without getting the Cernos Prime and using it, because the Cernos Prime automatically comes with split chamber. It has 3 arrows fired at once, but if you put on split chamber, I'm pretty sure it's like 6 or something. But once you get like a full build on it, you get more. If you get, considering I'm using Toxin right now, which bypasses most armor and most shields, if you can get it to proc, which the Dread, it's still got a pretty high status chance considering its standard comes with a 50% critical, and that's insane for a bow available at Mastery Rank 5. That's better than most of the things I have in my arsenal right now. And I've had that for forever, and I have like 32 blueprints for it. That's not even considering if you get your stealth damage bonus. If you pause the AI, you actually get your stealth damage bonus. So, you can rock a lot of damage if you hit those crits, which you definitely are going to hit the crits, considering every single hit is a crit. I'm also going to take off my carrier because he's kind of getting in the way. I missed. But yeah, the slash damage alone proccing off of this thing is beautiful, because if you do manage to hit your good crit, that's 6 times crit damage. Well, it'll be less than 6 for you unless you have a ribbon. You'll one-shot them, or at least they'll bleed out if you can get it to crit high enough and hard enough. So when I'm testing, I usually use something like corrosive or radiation, because I usually test on gunners or Drekar elites. So I keep corrosive and radiation because corrosive is for lead armor, and I mean not lead armor, it's for ferrite armor, which is what heavy gunners use. And then for, I believe, Drekar elite lancers, which I used to use because I didn't have the gunners and I know they had a decent amount of armor, they use lead armor, I think, which is radiation, like how the Eidolon has a weakness to radiation because it uses lead armor. Yeah, it's got quite the health bar on it, if you notice, because that's 500 ferrite armor, 700 clone flesh, which is real good. Ugh. I'm retarded. Hang on. I'm slow, please be patient. Simulate. That right there. That is beautiful. One shot. So yeah, it puts in some work. As opposed to what I thought was one of my highest damage dealers, the Twin Roga. And that's probably because how high the crit on the Dread is compared to the Roga, which I'm pretty sure is status based, which is still a sidearm, so it doesn't have high status or high crit. It's not got much high anything. But I mean, it does quite well if you can get your build. So I recommend definitely run your slash damage, because that'll be your main damage dealer. It'll do even more damage than usually your actual damage. So right here, I procced that much damage. I procced about a third of his health. I hit about a third of his health, but then slash procced, and it took the remaining 2/3 of his health. So slash is your best friend, and is why the Dread is so good. Cause look at that. It's the only bow in the game to actually use slash, and since it has such high status and such high crit, it's Omaru Moshindo. The gunners are gonna say Nani. They're gonna say it real quick, cause they're gone. They're gone like my dad after I was born. I'm sorry, that was an insensitive joke. But yeah, that's pretty insane, if you ask me anyway. Not even charging it. But considering how quickly you can shoot it too, and especially if I ran something like Loki or Ivara, an actual like stealth frame, not even gonna bother switching color schemes because I don't care. Should probably try to shoot him from the front, get that damage. Sir? Sir, are you okay? Shoot him. You got it. Kill him. Take him down. Does he even do damage to him? Poor fella shrunk when I killed him. But yeah, the Dread, it's real good. If you haven't already built it and you've got like 42 blueprints sitting in your inventory like everyone else, go ahead, build it. Run Serration, Point Strike, Vital Sense. If you have a Riven, run your Riven. Split Chamber, Malignant Force, Fang Fusillade. Especially run Fang Fusillade. And if you don't have, if you're not going to run a corrosive build like I'm going to once I form it again, and you don't have a Riven, then I'd recommend running, where is it? Sawtooth Clip. Which I don't actually know why I haven't gotten this on here. I'm gonna have to actually rank that up. But actually, yeah, you can get a really good build on here, even without having something like a Ribbon. because that critical chance is always going to be 125 as long as you have. I'm pretty sure the only thing I'm actually using is Point Strike. Yeah, because that has 150% critical chance. So that's 1.5 times. So 1.5. So 50 times 1.5 is just, I mean, times 2.5 because it's 150 extra percent. That's 125% crit. So there's nothing else you need to run for crit. Crit damage, on the other hand, if you have anything for crit damage, you want to run as much crit damage as you can. And I accidentally typed in sit, didn't I? I'm retarded. But yeah, maxed out Vital Sense. If you got a Riven, run that. Run whatever you have for critical chance. If you... Here, I'm gonna go ahead and make a build for... in case you don't have a Riven. But that's as best as I can get without using my Riven. But it should still do, it shouldn't do as much damage, but yeah, it still does quite a bit. And considering that this is a corrosive build instead of a whatever I was running before this, this is, yeah, a lot better for the gunners. But see right there, it procs and he just melts away. Yeah. There's much else to say about it other than, you know, this is a god tier weapon. So if you haven't gotten your hands on this, definitely get your hands on it. Whether you have to kill the stalker, go on a stalker hunt. I don't know if many people do that anymore. I know there used to be a lot of those way back when, but now there's so many other weapons out, like the Dread and the War, or the Broken War, if that's more your speed, are really the only thing people want from him anymore. The War, especially because, you know, actually, I want to talk about this Helio Core real quick. So, I got this last night, because my friend helped me get it, because I couldn't find someone to sell it to me, so I bought it from him for 5 plat. He also sold me the stance because I didn't have a hammer stance. But this thing is, it's not the best damage dealer, but, you know, here, if I don't kill them. Oh, I'm gonna kill him, yep. I think it. Yeah, there you go. That's its kind of special ability, is when you channel these guys will spawn and they'll fight for you. The only reason they're not fighting though is because these guys are paused, so they're technically in a stealth mode. They can't technically see us. But I will actually real quick unpause it. But if you can actually get a really good damage build, I've got a pretty decent build going for me. I wanted you to kill. Why are you only spawning at 14? Whatever. I'm gonna unpause the AI. I'm gonna spawn that in. I'm running. I've got a decent build on it. The only stats I'm actually running is heat, which isn't really the best for corrupted guns. But I gotta slash in item. Excuse me, sir, please die. Not die, don't die, I don't want you to die yet. I must kill you with my hammer. Oh, I had no energy. For Christ. Works too well. The bow works too well. It's too strong. It melts them like a hot penis through butter. Oh, howdy. Okay, anyway, when you channel, you're supposed to just
I like how everything went silent the moment that happened, too. Yeet! Yeet! Yep. If you kind of remember in that other video, I think I've done another video actually talking about the Dread, but I wanted to make an updated one since I got the whole ribbon and everything. Oh yeah, I just made a video talking about all my builds, my longbow, my Dread, my other stuff. My war, especially my broken war, and I don't mean the one-bladed kind, I mean the broken war as in stupidly broken. This bad boy right here. I know I showed it off in every other video. This is pretty much just like my builds, despite the fact that it's supposed to be about the Dread. But I mean, I just can't go without talking about this thing because it's beautiful. But yeah, guys, this is gonna be it. If you enjoyed, meet your grandma's dead body. Comment, like, subscribe. You don't have to turn on the bell if you don't want to. I'm not gonna ask you to do that because there's no real benefits. Unless you want to catch my upload, which I doubt anyone wants to. My videos are about as good as a bag of sardines that you smash against your table. But if you guys enjoyed, beat your wife. No, I'm joking. That's not okay. Don't do that. That's homosexual. Unless you're homosexual, in which that's straight. So now you can't do it. But I'll catch you guys when you're done fingering your grandma.